Welcome to We Are the Elohim, Part 2 of this 12-part Wisdom series. These teaching programs are made possible by Your Own World Books, publishers of the Colburn Bible and God's Child Covenant by Marshall Masters. Please feel free to share complete and unedited copies of these programs with others. For more information, visit virtualserenity.com.
Hello, I'm Marshall Masters. I am the founder and publisher of the Your Own World USA website, Yowza.com. Along with co-founders Jacco Vanderwarp and Janice Manning, we've been using this site since 1999 to publish articles and interviews regarding 2012 related issues. Although our research was fruitful, science has only given us answers to physical world questions, and could not take us beyond that. This limitation was unacceptable because our study showed us that we're approaching an evolutionary event. Yes, terribly tragic in one sense, but magnificent in another. To better understand these dynamics, we needed to go beyond the conventional methods into the realm of subjective analysis, a field of study generally avoided by traditional scientists. As independent researchers, we are not encumbered by economic and pure-standing concerns, which leaves us completely free to go wherever the truth leads. So in 2006, we embarked upon a serious investigation of channeled messages, and our first step was to develop a protocol for our subjective study to ensure reliable results. The protocol we developed for our study is based on 3 principles. First, no one single voice is omnipotent. 2. Statistical trends are favored over specifics. And 3. The internal logic of each message is validated so as to minimize the effect of channel filtering by the sensitive. We interviewed many entities of various kinds through multiple sensitives using this protocol over an 18-month period. The statistical results were surprisingly similar to the hundreds of emails and letters we've received over the years from people reporting their own prophetic dreams and visions, such as 2 suns in the sky, tsunamis, earthquakes, and of course Nibiru, or what is more commonly known as Planet X. The guides we found most helpful and consistent were the Elohim, whom we interviewed through Rebecca Jernigan, a popular syndicated radio host. Rebecca has channeled the Elohim since she was a little girl and is finely attuned to their communication methods. Of the many excellent sensitives we used in our study, Rebecca proved to be the most accurate and consistent. It was with this in mind that we invited the Elohim to share this teaching series through Rebecca. What you will hear in each of the teachings in this series is the voice of the Elohim, unedited and delivered as is. And now I have the honor to introduce you to the Elohim as spoken through the voice of sensitive and channeler Rebecca Jernigan. Join us now as they introduce themselves and their purpose for these teachings.
Welcome. We are the Elohim, and we are here to speak to you today of who we are and our purpose in serving you. Through this media event of audio, we should explain to you that our sole purpose here is simply to share information and to be supportive of those beings on the earth plane going through this time ahead and forward. There is much information written about us, the Elohim, in your books, and we would say to you that most of what is said comes from a partial knowledge of who we are. For we are multidimensional beings, as you are. And through the course of our communication with you, you too shall learn what it means to be truly multidimensional. Again, we say to you, our purpose here is to educate, to inform, and to be in service. We mentioned we are written about in many books. We are mentioned throughout history that is known and unknown. We are on hieroglyphs, within caves, within structures below ground that have yet to be discovered. We have been written about in the book that you call the Holy Bible. We have been written about in the discovery of the keys of Enoch, the Dead Sea Scroll. We have been written about in every religion, every non-religion. We have been spoken about. We would tell you that we have not always, in human history of the earth, been known as the Elohim. You have heard through the course of your experience on this earth plane, the council, the watchers, the founders, the list goes on. And invariably it will be the council of 7, 12, or 13, or the watchers. Again, 7, 12, or 13. We present ourselves to an individual or a group when they are in the space of opening, of awareness on a deeper level. We are not capable of making changes within the group or individuals receiving the information or that is being filtered. We have no reason to cause harm to a physical body, which is what would happen to a physical body should we interject what they are seeing, what they are comprehending, and what they are filtering. There are many of you light workers out there who are also in service to yourselves, to humanity, and to the Creator. We commend you for acknowledging your in service to others. We would simply ask those who know of their journey forward to take responsibility for self and for others as you have agreed. We have been here forever. We have not been incarnated. However, we have shared many times with beings incarnated on this planet and others. So we are fully aware of the challenges and the joys of being in a physical place. We will keep this in context with how it relates to being incarnate on the earth plane. We have no other agenda to be here other than to share with you our knowledge in hopes that you will absorb it, you will understand it, and you will become that which you are to become in the times ahead. Until we meet again.
In this first introduction, the Elohim told us that we are multidimensional beings, just like them. The only difference is that we've incarnated in physical bodies, whereas they have never done so. Given that, what is a multidimensional being? That is a fair question, and so let me answer in the context of our overall study findings. In grammar school, we're taught to see ourselves as existing in a physical, three-dimensional universe. Later in college, gifted mathematicians tell us that complex equations are revealing a universe with more dimensions than we can count on both hands. The question then becomes, how do we want to experience these other dimensions? Through abstract mathematical equations, or better yet, to experience them directly through dreams and altered states of consciousness. While not all of us can do the math, we each can and do experience these other dimensions directly. In these other dimensions, time and motion as we know them in this reality are different, and this depends on the dimension to which we travel. Shamans and spiritualists travel to these other dimensions by intent, but most of us do it unintentionally during our sleep. Consequently, what we briefly glimpse in these other dimensions often become fitful dreams that are soon forgotten. However, when our spirit is intentionally guided by another spirit into another dimension, we have enough time to see what we must learn, so as to remember it accurately. The spirit entities that guide us to our appointed visions and truths do so with careful love and attention. When we show our appreciation for them through love, we bring both them and ourselves closer to the Creator. In our next lesson, the Elohim will share the basic concept of awareness, the most crucial skill you can possess, as it will keep you one step ahead of trouble.
These teaching programs are made possible by Your Own World Books, publishers of the Kolbrin Bible and God's Child Covenant by Marshall Masters. The Kolbrin Bible is a two-part wisdom text. This secular anthology offers the wisdom of hundreds of ancient authors, and the many harbinger signs of their prophecies are now converging on 2012. God's Child Covenant is a romantic action drama set against a global tribulation. It offers a realistic yet hopeful vision for the future, because 2012 will be less about what is in your bunker and more about what is in your heart. A printed transcript of this entire teaching series is available. For more information, visit virtualserenity.com.